Russia tried to cut off the World Wide Web. Yes, they're testing internet kill switch. And the Guardian and the Telegraph and others act like this is so incredibly evil. Well, and I agree that internet kill switch or only allowing state-run media is very draconian, and Russia is totalitarian to a certain extent, and I don't like it. But you know the United States had a kill switch in, they admitted about 7 years ago, and now they call it the Obama kill switch, and it's fully in place to only send you White House messages on cable TV, radio, internet, anytime they want. And now you notice they're forcing your phone to turn on and give you alerts. Some people are getting videos from the president now, forced emails when you're not on their email list. They're slowly testing the waters to have media take over. And it's bad if the U.S. does it, bad if Russia does it. Okay, there's a lot of state-run media in Russia. State-run, ABC, CBS, NBC, that stuff is admittedly run by psych warfare people. And it's not run by the General Pentagon or CIA. They have weird leftist social engineering nests that are at the top who basically write the Hollywood scripts. They write basic templates, and then they just regurgitate them out on every platform. And it's truly sickening. You like going to see Hollywood movies where they just brainwash you? You like being a victim of them laughing at you? This is sick. Ugh. And I'm trying to not get mad here, but this is ridiculous. Shame on Hollywood, shame on the CIA, shame on the Justice Department. Look, I know you're anti-American crooks at the top who are parasites that live off us, and everybody knows, whether it's a spoiled rotten kid or spoiled rotten employees or whatever, that when you let people get spoiled rotten and live off of you, they end up becoming your masters and disdaining who feeds them. That's well known. You got punk kids you spoil, they'll be 18 beating you up, demanding more money and grabbing it out of your purse. Because they were never disciplined. And we've got a bunch of people that actually believe that sucking blood out of us isn't enough. They want to kill the golden goose as an act of power. Bunch of spoiled, rotten scum. Here's the good news, filth. Congress has a 9% approval rating. We focused our attention on Monsanto and on Walmart and on other enemy operators. McDonald's, and they're already in free fall. I'm going to tell you something, Disney. You better try to go do state-run media for China. You better try to get some other contracts elsewhere to keep your bottom line up, because we're now going to come after you. We're going to point out what unhuman, just trash of the earth you are. You filth. You absolutely diabolical, deceiving scum, dumbing this country down to the level of mindless jellyfish. You're never going to get away with what you've done to humanity. You're never going to get away with your hatred. People say, oh, you're the one that sounds hateful. Oh, I don't know. I look foul, feel fair. Whereas they look fair, feel foul, to quote J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm not hiding anything here. I know I'm under chemical and biological attack. I see the brain damage kids everywhere for the vaccines, and I have to live this. I have to watch you and know what you are. So I openly am disgusted. Okay, that's just some of the stats right there. Look at this. Look what they've turned this into. Children becoming hunchbacks due to addiction to smartphones. Smartphones can be worse for your skin than the sun. Everything they give us is to hurt us. Shock claim, world on the brink of 50-year ice age. Scientists claim zapping brains with magnets can treat belief in God. Yeah, so can giving somebody a lobotomy. Did parallel universe open up? 100-sea floating city filmed in skies above China. That's mainstream news. Was videotaped. And it's clearly a giant 500-yard tall, wide hologram. Which they admit China and the United States mainly for social control. They've projected, again, 600-yard tall Jesuses in the desert. They did that in Operation Desert Storm. The Iraqis they hit them with hallucinogens, you name it. And they fly over and spray it with some hallucinogens. You can look that up and then hit you with, Jesus and Muhammad fighting with lightsabers. Believe me, folks start flipping out. By the way, they didn't just test it, they sprayed them with gay bombs. If you're a new listener, just type in Pentagon tested gay bomb on Iraq. They didn't consider using it. They've used it on our troops. In Vietnam, they sprayed PCP on the troops, Jacob's Ladder. You think PCP, some horse tranquilizer or something? They got stuff that'll whack your brain permanently. Brain chips in the troops. They give the troops special vaccines that are really nanotech that already re-engineer their brains. Yeah, there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I'm like shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny. Okay. Damn it, I just crapped a bunch of stuff off the side of here. I need those articles. Somebody give them to me. I apologize to the family audience. I'm going to settle down. I haven't done this in months, and I just cannot handle it anymore. I apologize. Jesus, forgive me. Let me just get back to the news. Thank you. Children becoming hunchbacks due to addiction to smartphones. Again. Weather outlook. Big snow for Northeast. Relief of thirsty California. Record snow. Fears grow over increased antibiotic resistance. Cure for chronic pain. World first patient fitted with permanent spinal cord implant. Rise of the cheap and cheerful warehouse robot. Oh, see how good it is? That is just 2 of the stocks. I've got like 12 more of them. So, I'm gonna go to your phone calls. I apologize. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't apologize because Christ was God and I'm just a man. He beat the money changers with a whip, overturned their tables, and basically, depending on which version you read, the Jewish version in the histories was basically punching people on the nose as well. I just cannot handle it. I just cannot believe that they harvest millions of babies and even try to keep them alive a few days so they can harvest them properly. And China keeps people alive and takes part of the organs and keeps them alive months in some cases, ripping them out. Our media criticizes you if you're against that. I mean, don't we have any value for ourselves? Don't we know the people running things are bloodthirsty and hate us and don't have goodwill for us? I mean, this is crazy. And then I flipped out yesterday because they're announcing a new Justice Department mega unit with their #1 national directive to go after conservatives and veterans and libertarians and gun owners. They're announcing all this executive gun grabbing outside of law. And they're announcing they believe the Tea Party's going to start blowing stuff up any minute while they persecute people illegally. And I just know full well what these scum are going to pull. I mean, do people at the Justice Department really want to be involved in more false flags? Do you really like blowing up daycare centers and blaming it on the states? They were about to have a states' rights movement to get out of the UN in globalism in 1994-95. Oklahoma was leading a state coalition of 27 states to do it. And so they blew up the federal building and blamed it on the Patriots. And I'm telling you, that's the kind of crap they're going to pull. And what does Steven Seagal say? It's up on Infowars.com. I believe in the Second Amendment, and I believe a lot of these mass murders going on, a lot of these are engineered. I don't know, they had Al-Qaeda launch 2 chemical attacks on Assad and film it and post it bragging, screaming Allah Akbar, and they still blamed the Syrian government. They wouldn't do anything like that here. I mean, they'd abort 55 million babies, they'd keep babies alive and sell their body parts. You know, we have videos of 8-month-old, 7-month-old babies fighting scalpels for their lives. You know, a baby at 5 months that's fighting a scalpel and jerking his legs away and fighting as the fingers, the arm, the hand, up the shoulder, they get the neck, blood starts spraying, they get in, whack, 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 whack. Even a baby will fight for its life in the womb. Won't you fight for your life? Won't you recognize who these scum are? I'm going to say it real slow for you. They were testing different political systems. These are scientists that we fight. They tested Bolshevik communism in 1917 in Russia. It killed 50 million people. Conservatively. They put Mao in 49. That's declassified. The CIA put Mao in that killed 84 million people. They then, as a counter to it, created Nazi fascism as a scientific test to see what that would do. Do you understand that the United States and England gave birth to communism and Nazism? So while you're talking about those as the old evils, those little dragons, look at Mama if you want to know what we're facing. Mama kills you in the water and the vaccines. Mama kills you with brainwashing. Mama kills you with liberalism. Mama kills you with lots of trendies wearing non-threatening clothing. It's camouflage. Not the actual trendy, that's a brainwashed, brain-damaged idiot. But their master controllers know exactly what they're doing. These are technicians. They get orders. We're completely overrun, people. But if you wake up to the criminals, it's game over. But you've got to break with them.